Alright, in today's video I'm going to be installing the M7 catch can for the R53 Mini. Seems like a pretty straightforward install, so I guess we'll see how that goes. But the whole idea behind this is since I am running a smaller supercharger pulley and just the way that these engines work, it would be better if I had a catch can installed. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have taken off the intercooler and everything because I was doing some installation yesterday on some Powerflex bushings to help stiffen things up a little bit. Just hopefully making this thing handle a little bit better. So yeah, so let's get into it. Alright, start the video. I went ahead and removed the intake pipe, which also then means I removed this crankcase breather hose. I disconnected this breather hose to the gray pipe that runs down to the supercharger. Can't really see it. So yeah, so we went ahead and did some prep work. So now I will go ahead and running these tubes to their correct locations now, and I'll kind of try to record some of that. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is there's two 8mm bolts that are down here. I'm going to remove those so I can run a pipe between the valve cover and here, across here, hook it up to this vent hose, and then there's a T that'll run here. I need to get a cap for this. Mine didn't get supplied with one, and I guess it's supposed to. And then there will be a T that runs from here to here and then over to the catch can, which I will mount over here. So yeah, so I'm going to start with that and then kind of go from there. Now the trick is to not lose this bolt down in the abyss that is this engine bay. Alright, perfect. There we go. Got that out of the way. So now let me grab this. This hooks up here. I'm going to grab the hose clamp for that. That seems awful big for what this is. I would think I would have went with something smaller, because that's, I guess, quite large, but whatever. So hook that up, twist it so it runs down here, down here, down here, like that, and then that will go something like that. So now, we'll go ahead and put that bracket back on. Got to be careful of the injector wiring harness here because it kind of needs to go down and around here somehow. There. That goes on that side. There we go. Once you kind of get everything all routed, it's not so bad. That one. to be crazy tight, but just tight enough. Alright, well now I got that hose in place, kind of, I hope, routed right, from what I can tell from the diagram. Hopefully it's not. I mean, it's a tight fit, but I think that'll work. So now we'll go on to the next part. Alright, so now I've got this hose hooked up here. I do have the intake hose hooked up down there as well. So then I've got it routed, so now I just got to figure out how I'm gonna, hook this up. So then I've got the hose clamped, down here, so this needs to, now I just need to get this routed. Once I get the catch can hooked up, and then I got to cap off this gray hose. It was supposed to come with a cap, but it didn't, so I'll have to figure that out after the fact, but not a big deal. I still have tons of stuff I got to do to this car, so not too worried about it. So that is that part done. Alright, so now I got the clamps on. As you can see, I got some zip ties here, got things routed. Still got these to hook up. Got the catch can mounted back here. Kind of a tight fit. But yeah, that's one where they suggested to mount it. I got clearance down here so I can kind of get to the drain. Hopefully I don't have to drain it too often because it's kind of a pain. But yeah, so I got that installed. Now I just got to hook up these two hoses and it's done, and then block off this the gray pipe that we're not using anymore. So yeah, not too bad. Pretty simple install. Probably if I didn't dink around, probably would take less than an hour. So I didn't show all of it. I just showed you guys the highlights when I got stuff done. So yeah, that's that. I'll show you the completed product when I'm done. Alright, final product here. You can see everything's all hooked up, everything's routed. I still need to get a cap for that, not a big deal. Got the lounge routed, got a nice zip tie here, routed nicely back to the catch can. Everything's all mounted, ready to go. So as soon as I get this capped, I will go ahead and get this intercooler mounted back up. I should be done up here, and then I'm going to install a front sway bar. Do a couple other things while I'm down there. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this install video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. So I guess that's it for this one. Thanks again for watching.